Something unusual is happening in women's basketball, and it's impossible to ignore. You can feel it every time Caitlin Clark appears on camera, every time a new clip goes viral, and especially every time a new piece of merchandise connected to her instantly sells out. It's not hype. It's not marketing spin. It's the reality of what happens when someone with genuine star power enters a league that has been waiting years for this kind of cultural spark. And for people inside the WNBA, that spark is triggering excitement, competitiveness, and honestly, a lot of jealousy. Because as soon as Nike unveiled that massive Times Square billboard celebrating Caitlin as the all-time NCAA scoring leader, complete with the line, "This was never a long shot," the reactions were loud. Some people celebrated it, others mocked it, and quite a few players, whether they admitted it publicly or not, felt a sting. Because there she was again, front and center, getting the kind of attention most professionals don't see even after a decade in the league. And to top it all off, she's already wearing a new signature shoe, a Kobe-inspired model that fans can't stop talking about. Before we go deeper, drop your thoughts below. Do you think the WNBA is embracing Caitlin fully, or are they struggling with how much power she suddenly has? When Caitlin first showed off the shoe, she didn't overhype it. She just talked honestly about what she liked. She said the colors felt like a blend of Iowa and the Indiana Fever. She loved the gold swoosh. She compared them to the Bruce Lee pair she wears often, but mentioned that these stand on their own. She laughed about the fact that she didn't design them, and simply approved what Nike sent, saying, "I just said yes, I love them. Please give them to me." It was genuine, simple, and extremely on brand for her. But the bigger story is what the shoes represent. She hinted, in this very subtle Caitlin way, that another design is already coming, something even more connected to the Fever identity. And fans immediately began speculating that Nike was rolling out these early pairs strategically. After all, Paige Buchers is releasing her own shoe in September. Sabrina Ionescu has hers already. The signature shoe race in women's basketball is suddenly competitive, and Nike knows Caitlin Clark is the most in-demand athlete on the court right now. They're not going to let that moment slip away. The current pair she's been wearing has everything that fans love about her brand, a mix of where she came from and where she is now. A little Iowa grit, a little Fever energy, something familiar and something new. And while she joked that she didn't design them herself, the truth is they fit her perfectly, understated but bold, clean but eye-catching, and totally functional. One of the things that keeps coming up in conversations around Caitlin is how fast everything is happening for her. She's in her second professional season, and yet her impact is already at a level most players never reach in their entire careers. It almost feels like she entered the league as a fully formed star, even though she's still learning the professional game. That contrast, a young player with a veteran-sized spotlight, is part of what fuels attention around her. Some love it, some resent it, some pretend they don't feel anything. But everyone notices it. Nike certainly has. And that's why people believe they're using these early shoe releases to build momentum before dropping her true signature model. If they release it close to the holiday season, it could realistically become the best-selling basketball shoe of the year. Not just in women's basketball, in all of basketball. Caitlin herself laughed off questions about future designs, saying she didn't want to give any teasers. But the way she said it, smiling, dodging, almost too casual, made fans even more convinced something major is coming. And they're ready for it. They're more than ready. Because Caitlin Clark has become the definition of a guaranteed sellout. Jerseys? Gone. Wilson basketballs she touched? Gone. Shirts, hoodies, socks, posters? Gone. Anything that has her name on it immediately disappears from shelves. And it's not just a fan saying this. Michael Rubin, who runs Fanatics, confirmed that her Indiana Fever jersey sold out in every size. It was even rumored to have outsold Dallas Cowboys jerseys, a claim that hasn't been fully verified, but still says a lot about how large the conversation has become. Then there's the deal with Nike. 8 years, $28 million. The largest shoe endorsement contract ever given to a women's basketball player. And she earned it, not because she asked for special treatment, but because she created a level of demand nobody could deny. But here's the part that really frustrates some people in the league. Caitlin is not just popular. She is profitable. She is ratings. She is identity. She is the person bringing in private charters, upgraded travel, increased salaries, and new sponsorship money. Charles Barkley said it bluntly on live television. These girls hating on Caitlin Clark should be thanking her. She got y'all as private charters. He didn't sugarcoat it. And truthfully, neither should we. Because while a handful of players have been openly supportive, others have struggled with the fact that a rookie, a 22-year-old, is now the main economic engine of their entire league. Even beyond the court, Caitlin's influence is undeniable. She has a global following, not just a national one. Her endorsements are massive because she appeals to every demographic. Kids, parents, longtime sports fans, and casual viewers who rarely watch women's basketball but will tune in just to see her play. And that global reach is exactly why Nike, if they're smart, and they are, will release the Caitlin one sooner rather than later. If she get a true signature Kobe line, the hype will be immeasurable. Even a simple rebrand of an existing Nike GT Cut model into a Caitlin signature shoe would break the internet. Lower the price by a few dollars, it'll be the most purchased sneaker of the year, easily. Because here's the truth, it does not matter what the shoe looks like. If Caitlin Clark's name is on it, it will sell, period. But to understand why this is happening, you have to look beyond the shoes and the sponsorships. You have to go back to those viral fan moments, the ones that reveal just how powerful her connection to the public really is. Take the 15-year-old girl who held her Nike Blazers for 40 minutes after a game just hoping to get them signed. She wasn't alone. Dozens of fans do this every night. They sprint to the tunnel. They reach over rails. They bring signs, jerseys, shoes, hats, anything Caitlin might touch. And when she finally walks over and signs a shoe or takes a picture, the reaction is pure emotion. Screaming, crying, shaking. It looks like something you'd see at a Taylor Swift concert. That doesn't happen for just any athlete. It happens for game changers. It happens for icons. It happens for people who make you feel like you're witnessing history in real time. Nike sees that. The WNBA sees that. Even her critics see that. And deep down, they all understand that Caitlin is not simply participating in the league. She is transforming it. This is the Caitlin Clark effect. For the first time in WNBA history, attendance is skyrocketing everywhere she goes. Games are selling out months in advance. Teams are moving to larger arenas because they physically cannot hold the crowd she brings. TV networks are fighting for rights. Sponsors are lining up for partnerships. Social media engagement has hit numbers the league has never touched before. Her influence even played a direct role in the league's new $3 billion media rights agreement, a contract that will dramatically raise salaries, expand marketing budgets, and allow teams to build long-term competitive rosters. People often try to compare Caitlin to legends like Diana Taurasi, Candace Parker, or Sue Bird. But that misses the point. Caitlin isn't following in their footsteps. She is carving out a completely separate path, one that merges entertainment, athleticism, and cultural relevance in a way the women's game has never fully seen before. By the time she reached the NCAA championship, she was already attracting almost 10 million viewers, a number that outperformed major men's sporting events. Her game sold out everywhere. Her college performances were talked about across the country, and her senior year only amplified the phenomenon. So when she entered the WNBA with a $77,000 rookie salary, fans were stunned. How could someone generating tens of millions in new revenue be paid that little? Analysts estimated her presence alone could generate $50 million per year in additional value. That conversation eventually led to the WNBA's new agreement, which will raise maximum player salaries to around $500,000. Caitlin's next contract will reflect her true value. And even more importantly, the league is now in a position to grow at a pace that wasn't possible before she arrived. Her impact is not just financial, it's emotional, it's cultural. Young girls are watching her and believing they can be part of something bigger. Casual fans who never watched a WNBA game before are suddenly following full seasons. Old debates about whether women's basketball can sell are disappearing. And when you watch her play, the deep threes, the court vision, the confidence, the unselfish passing, none of this feels forced. It feels earned. She is not just a player. She is an entry point. She is a bridge. She is a reason people are talking about the sport in ways they never have. And she's just getting started. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Nike will release Caitlin's first true signature shoe this year? Or will they wait until her third season in the league? And would you buy a pair the moment they drop? Let me know your thoughts below. I read every single comment. And if you enjoyed the breakdown, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the follow-up video when the official Caitlyn 1 finally becomes reality.